Hello, David Zritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. Okay, I'm here in the lounge, the club lounge at United in Newark, New Jersey, about to take a trip to London. Yes, this is for the celebration of everything Goldfinger, multiple days. But you know something? I packed kind of light, if I'm being honest. Just a globetrotter, that was it. So I'm going to need some more clothes. You know something? I think this calls for a little Bond brand shopping. What do you think? Well, it's not going to happen here in Newark. Let's get on a plane and head to London. Boom! And just like that, I am in London, walking the streets, and why not? I mean, this was a big risk. I essentially packed my Globetrotter super light because the brands that I discussed, this is London. This is the heart of Bond brand, so why not curate and do a little shopping here and sort of fill my wardrobe of what I'm going to wear for all of these celebrations while I'm in London. Yeah, an empty case. So guess what? We've got to start filling it up. And what better place to start than Orlebar Brown? Let's go in. Okay, so they've set up the, yes, this is a dressing room, people, and picked out a couple fall things like this brown cotton long sleeve that I think would look really good with my blue pants that I brought. And this is a real curiosity. It's Kevin Costner's choice of polos. Let's see what that looks like. This is what happens when you try on things for real, folks. All right, we're not editing this. So this is Kevin Costner's pick. I like it. It's pretty mesh and see-through. I'm just not, I don't know if this is the fit that I'm looking for, but there's this right here I got a really good feeling about, and it's something unique and different for me. I'm trying to find something different. All right, there's nothing fancy about this. I'm literally videoing in front of the mirror, but this is my comfort spot. It's the Sebastian linen. You've seen it a million times before, so I want to get something unique. Let's see some unique things. Okay, I had a feeling. This is one of my favorite ones. Very 1950s, 1960s Mad Men style. I can see this with a pair of, you know, glasses. They've got glasses here, but look at the mid bicep. Fits perfectly, like right here, kind of bisects the area. I am so digging this. You have no idea. It just feels great. Okay. Brown for fall, and you can see I just paired this with the trousers that I'm wearing right now. I like this, and by the way, I would put this brown top with navy, because brown and navy is kind of all the rage right now, but for me it never left. Oh, it never left. All right, so now we've got merino wool entirely, and that same kind of 1950s look with the banded bottom, nice contrast. I could see wearing this with navy and getting the appropriate look that I'm looking for. I'm liking the cut, I'm liking the feel. Look at the absolute mess that I'm making, but they are so hospitable and so kind here and cannot create a better experience if they tried. Okay, now this, quite frankly, it's a very traditional piece, but you know, this whole idea of sort of a vest with these wool arms, you've seen it before, but not quite like this. I love the way it fits. It's low enough to cover parts of the extremity that need protection. You've got the little Orlebar Brown details, but the range of movement with this kind of makes it a must. And you can't really tell from this wonderful camera of mine, but it's this midnight blue. It's like darker than navy. So yeah, this is coming home. Okay, what an amazing experience, thanks to my new friend, Sasha. Sasha, thank you for welcoming me to your store.
You're really welcome. We're really happy to see you and to show you our best range for resort style.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And by the way, Sasha was so good because he knows that I love you know, he's seen my Instagram, so he knows I love white and navy and the traditional Bond stuff. But he's like, David, try something different, like the green with the stripes and everything. And I'm walking away with some really unique things, and that's all thanks to you, Sasha. So thank you.
You are really welcome.
So we're continuing this shopping tour, if you will, and I'm shopping one of my favorite brands. In fact, I'm wearing the Garrick from N.Peal. We're at N.Peal's flagship store right here in the Burlington Arcade, and here's a little secret. There's a big event tomorrow night, a cocktail event that Eon is throwing with Burlington Arcade and many of the stores, many of the brands, and I'm gonna be wearing an N.Peal piece, and I'm here to try it on. So in the whole vibe of picking up wardrobe for the next few days, this is a prime spot. So let's hope everything fits. Okay, I think I'm one of the first people to wear the homage Connery hacking jacket. This is a size small. It is 97% cashmere and 3% something else. I'll get all the details, but it fits really nice. And I'm just checking it all out because this would be the thing that I wear tomorrow. So check this out. This is the Goldfinger cardigan. Again, I think I'm one of the first people to try it on, at least Bond community people, but I'm liking this a lot. I love the color. It's not a yellow. It's sort of like this really cool beige. I love the hand warmer pockets, but it is so comfortable. And I don't know if you're kind of getting it, but very flattering as well. So super high marks on the Goldfinger, which, wow. Oh, wait a minute. I need a hat.
That's just one piece. Let's see. How
Okay.
Basically, we can put in as much or as little as required.
That's actually not bad. Maybe one other piece? What do you think? Is that crazy, or should it be like, he's fitting it. It's got to get the right size. I've got a giant Charlie Brown head. It's like a Mardi Gras float. So I'm an extra large. Who knew? All right.
You'll probably.
And what's your name again?
Paul.
This is Paul, by the way, helping me, doing a yeoman's job. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There we are. Let's see how that, if there's any improvement.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. That's
Perfect.
it. Yeah. And if it ever feels snug, I can always take that other one
Exactly
out.
that. With these straw hats, they normally shrink a bit.
Yeah.
Especially if they get wet, or if you're in a humid environment and then the hot sun, or if
Yeah.
you're sweating heavily into it.
I'm doing all of it.
So
I'm adding my own humidity.
If and when they shrink, you just take the padding out, and it should still fit.
And so we ran in here, and Paul, showed me basically a wall of different hats, including this new one, right? It's basically the same thing, but in white.
It's a white version of the golf scene Sean Connery hat from Goldfinger. Yeah.
Love it. Do you find that the Bond hats are pretty popular?
Yeah. People like them, especially our American customers.
He pegged me. Was it the accent? I sound like I'm from Brooklyn. All right. Well, listen, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
See you at the celebration.
Yeah.
Take care. So one of the great things about doing a Bond brand walk around is stopping in with friends in familiar places. And I am actually sitting in the boutique on Bond Street, the Omega Boutique. Yes, watch check. I had to sport my 60th anniversary James Bond watch from Omega. It's one of the things I really prize, obviously, but right around the corner we have Burlington Arcade. It's very close. So now that you have the juxtaposition, let me tell you one of the other reasons why I'm here. I actually brought two friends to go on this London sauntering around the Bond brands. You're going to recognize them probably pretty quickly. Oh my gosh, it's Pete Brooker and Daniel Gassner. How are you, gentlemen?
I'm good.
Very well, thank you.
Hold on a minute, no budget?
No, we unfortunately rely on the love and the cuddles of other people. That's basically the equity of life. Gentlemen, real quickly, as we go on this jaunt today, please introduce yourselves. Pete, you start first. What's your claim to fame in the Bond world?
Pete Brooker, Instagram channel there will be Bond, co-author of From Tailors with Love, The Evolution of Menswear Through the Bond Films.
Yeah. He literally wrote the book
It's a mouthful.
on Bond sartorial aspects.
That's right, and enlisted you and Daniel to be editors of which.
That's right. Our claim to fame as well. And Daniel, what about you?
So I actually write reviews of items of Bond stuff that's been in the films after, I don't know, it's had a bit of a walkthrough, if that makes sense. Yeah, after a few years, just to give an idea of how it is after a long period of time.
By the way, he wasn't going in for a kiss. He's trying to get the mic closer. You don't need to do that.
No?
If you sit like that, this will cone out perfectly. If you move behind him, you'll lose him.
He does that all the time anyway without the mic.
And by the way, you love these things. We're not editing that out either. Gentlemen, this is our kind of our first stop together. I've hit a couple already. First of all, what do you think of the boutique? First impressions.
It's a lovely, well lit. I mean, the thing with some boutiques, they're so dark and you can't see anything. This is nice and light, airy, and it has a really lovely atmosphere around here. It's just really nice. And on Bond Street, it's a great location.
The people are so welcoming too. They brought us to this wonderful lounge, sparkling water, coffees, etc. Looks like you had a snack, or did you bring that snack?
No, I was given that snack.
You were given that snack?
They provided that snack here.
They gave him snacks.
Where's
Who
my
does that?
You didn't even ration them. You just walloped them.
I think it was only one.
I had one. The other one's actually disappeared. I didn't.
Snack for one.
No budget, no snacks.
Pete, first impressions.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful shop. It's it looks a lot bigger than what it is because it's well mirrored, but the location is probably the biggest selling point as well. Very handy to get to, right opposite the Ritz. You got Burlington Arcade on the other side.
That's true.
And you've got a lot of intimacy as well here, not just us guys getting close.
Oh.
But if you want to have a look at the watches, you've got a nice little space here where you can do so in private. So yeah,
That's true.
Dig it.
One of the things too, you mentioned, both of you, about proximity and location. And location is everything. And I think when people see these videos, they think, oh, okay, there's the Omega place, and then they're going to spend an hour and a half trying to get to the next. You literally walk a minute and you can get to different Bond brands around here.
Whenever I come to London, I'll probably get the tube to the furthest point, and then I can walk all the way back to the train station to get back home.
Amazing.
It's everything's sort of so close together. It's just close. It's easy to get to.
Right. By the way, I did a watch check. What is your watch that you're wearing today?
So I'm wearing the Casino Royale Seamaster.
Lovely.
It's my
Hold that up for the camera. You've seen it already.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Very nice.
Still fairly good nick.
Yeah. What is that? So, I mean, I'll ask you specifically because you're wearing one. Why Omega?
It was the introduction to Bond for me. My first film was GoldenEye, and it was, that watch in all of Pierce Brosnan's films. The same type of watch. It was the Seamaster, it was the blue dial, and when I was able to finally get one of these, it was, just after Quantum.
Right.
But it was like I still resonated to this one because it was the connection to Pierce, but also the new Daniel Craig film, and I was just like, yeah, that's it. That's
Sold.
it. But yeah, exactly. I mean, I had the choice of the Quantum, Planet, Ocean.
Right.
But it was
just nudged out.
Yeah.
I love both. I love that. I do not have that, but I have the Quantum one, and then the 45.5 honkin', one as well. But I just, there's something about that, and as the knuckle duster in the film too as well. I think it's got that kind of, like, I hate to say it, this is like badass Bond moment.
definitely. I mean, I remember sitting down with my friends when I got this, and they said, "So, has it got the laser? No. Rattle? No. What does
Really?
it do? Tells the time."
Yeah, before you even started the film, that you were saying that.
Yeah, they're just going through, they're listing everything that it's the Daniel Craig watch. It's not the Pierce watch.
So, gentlemen, I like to play this little game to fully understand desires. This is all about desires in Omega. So, let's say somebody calls you up and says, you know something, we're bequeathing you an Omega. It has to be a Bond one, though.
Yeah.
All right. Which one do you gravitate to?
Well, you mentioned the Casino Royale one, the big heavy one.
Yeah.
What's the actual model number of that one? What's the right one?
It's so that is it's the Planet Ocean.
Planet Ocean.
Ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
the 45.5
I've always just
Casino
known
Royale
it.
Planet Ocean on rubber strap.
Yeah, I just know the rugged pre-titles.
That's the
name
one
for
you
it.
would-
So,
you
yeah,
would go for.
I think that's the most masculine of all the ones, of all the Amiga watches in the Bond films, at least,
Yeah.
and because it's Craig's inception into Bond, I like that one.
That's why I love that too. Yeah, I'm with you. What about you?
Mine is the Spectre 300.
Oh, gorgeous. I just
Yeah,
wore that yesterday.
I was so close to getting it.
Right.
I was moving house and needed the funds to move.
Yeah.
And I always regret. That's like the regret that I have is that I didn't get that because
Yeah.
they're now. I think it was at the time it's about £4,000.
Right.
They're 9,000, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
going
yeah.
secondhand
They've
now.
skyrocketed.
They're just
I've seen ones higher than that in perfect condition.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, and this is about, I get it. You know, they say Omega my choice. This is about choices. Was there ever a time, because I know you have a new baby, that's kind of redundant.
2 years now. It's
Oh, was it
toddler.
2 years?
2 years ago.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So 2 years ago, was there ever a moment where you're like, baby or a new Omega, baby or new Omega?
I thought you were going to say, could you sell the baby and get
Yeah, I
the
was thinking,
Omega?
that's
No,
where I was thinking.
that's disgusting. I would never set that up.
No.
Was there ever that discussion with your wife? Like, I know you want a baby, but I really want
No.
Of course not. This is what friends do. We kibitz. Look it up. Gentlemen, thank you. We're going to enjoy the boutique. We're going to take it in, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Thanks. See you in a bit.
Well, it was bound to happen. We are now on our walk, on our Bond walk, and this doesn't always happen, but there is, of course, the Burlington Arcade Goldfinger installation here. So Daniel and Pete and I are going to walk the arcade, and well, let's face it, we're going to probably run into a few brands, or 2 or 3 or 8. The gents need to take it all in. You know it's serious when Pete brings out his good camera.
He calls it the
Yeah,
good
we're not
camera.
fooling around anymore. Just taking it all in. Heading down. Daniel, as usual, is lagging behind. But that's what happens. Pete, ever vigilant with his camera and more. And we are fast approaching the 007. It's literally just called 007. It's a 007 store, but it's called 007. So take all that in.
We're being forced in, so.
All right, let's head inside, gents.
Well, if you insist.
Okay, so we're heading downstairs. So interestingly, at the party last night, the lighting in here was a bit low. So now I can actually take this in, and it's blissfully quiet. So there's lots of things we can take in. We've got the pinball over here in the corner, and one thing that Pete will eventually see is that there's a bit of a museum over here. So you've got accoutrements built into the wall, and you've got the bar over here. So it's a nice place to sit and have a drink. And you can see that they've got all the music. And then even around the corner, as you go to the bathroom, I love this part. So that's a little surprise when you tell people to go to the bathroom. right, Pete is heading upstairs. By the way, it's secret agents only, and we'll get his reaction when he goes around.
Retro posters up here. They've done so well.
All right, so as you can see, without so many people in here, we have the wonderful gift shop, if you will, but it's so much more. It's basically, this is the 007, and it is the store, but you can touch, you can feel, you can experience everything. And in fact, one of the wonderful aspects of this, you have Honey. Now, Honey took care of me last night with my purchases, and of course, Honey Rider, the whole connection.
Yeah.
We won't go on about that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Do not bring that up to her, please. But there we have it in all its glory. Let's explore. I wanted to come back in and, you know, capture all the moments quietly.
I've already done a few lines in here, but I want to keep coming back.
Fine. All right, Daniel's checking out the look, seeing if that completes it with a lock and code. That's the Stoke Hogis one. Very nice. And again, one of these great things of where you can put your hands on and try these things first, which is always grateful. All right, Daniel's making the purchase.
Are you already on the system?
Amazing. So if you're one of the first
And you'd like us to email?
25 to make a purchase, you have this wonderful, look at that, beautiful 60-year poster, and it's nice and thick and so appreciated. So this lovely spinning wheel, someone's going to say spinning wheel of death, but this is the newest Globetrotter piece. It is the silver birch, done in the correct color of the DB5, and inside you have Sean Connery's Prince of Wales check fabric. Absolutely spectacular. But you can see on top the charms represent, of course, the license plate. They just did a really nice job with this. And what incredible real estate. It doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah.
So we're here in Orlebar Brown, and Daniel and Pete are hearing from Sasha about some of the new products that are out, because it's Bond and beyond, as you can see in here. Lots of things that Bond would potentially wear now, but not normally seeing them in the movie itself. But they've done, as you know, Orlebar Brown has done an entire range of Bond homage clothing that is still extremely popular. And this is a shop that is so close to Burlington Arcade that, check this out, it's literally right outside the door. One of the great things about this brand is that it's not just about touching, feeling, trying on the clothing. They know about the journey and the heritage of their pieces. So you can see Sasha in the background explaining to Daniel and Pete a little bit more about how these pieces came about. What was the journey from concept to delivery, and why is that important to a consumer loyalist, if you will, like us? Well, as happens, we're down to two. Daniel, what exactly happened?
Well, Pete lost his hat,
Right,
then he lost his bags,
we did.
and then we've lost Pete.
We've lost Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've lost Pete. So, but listen, our loss is your gain, because you can only take so much of Pete, but you never know. We're outside of Sunspel, and who knows, we may actually pick up a few friends, different friends along the way. We're like a snowball. So should we head in?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. As we head in, you're going to notice that this 1 month old
Sunspel is extremely expansive. We'll do a quick little pirouette and turnaround. And wait, sorry, hold on a second. I told you we might run into other people. Phil Dewhurst, president of the 007 GB. What are you doing here?
I'm oak wooding.
You're oak wooding, and as you should.
I didn't know they had fragrances. How lovely.
They do. And I just noticed that there is yet another person over here taking a gander. You've got Mark, views from Mark. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you, David?
I'm doing well.
Fancy seeing you here.
Fancy you wearing that shirt here.
It's apt. It's apt.
Well, let's make the most of this. You know, now that we've picked up a few other Bond friends, we're going to hear from Nelson, who actually works for Sunspel, and he's going to give us a rundown of the store, the items, the products, and even the history in the archive. You in?
I'm in.
It's like we're in New York City all over again.
Good time.
Welcome to Sunspel at German Street. This is the new flagship store. German Street is of course famous as a place for men's accessories, shoes, shirts, where gentlemen historically would go to Savile Row, then they would come here afterwards and get all the trimmings. So to Sunspel being a British heritage brand since 1860, an institution, to be on German Street and have the flagship store here is extremely special. So as you can see right here, we have our new autumn winter collection, our lovely merino. We have lamb's wool.
Beautiful. Oh my
Made in
gosh.
Scotland.
Incredibly soft.
Incredibly soft.
Yeah, because sometimes lamb's wool is a little bit bristly.
Of course,
Yeah,
no,
it's a
ours
little
is
coarse.
extremely soft. And we have the multiple styles with the roll neck and the polo. And then we have our shirts across here, some new brush cotton, the Sea Island cotton, which we're famous for.
Oh yeah, you can feel it's almost got that like kind of silkiness, squeakiness to it.
Longest staple cotton, extremely soft.
Oh,
Only grows in the Caribbean, rarest cotton in the world.
that's right.
And through here we have more of our autumn winter. We have our PK
Oh
polos.
yeah.
And more lamb's wool.
I love the variety of colors. You know, you got sort of the urban look, and then you've got the lighter country look to it.
Totally. So nice, understated, muted sort of autumnal tones.
Mm-hmm.
You can see through here. With our different cardigans and styles in the
Always
wool.
love me a good cardigan.
Exactly, in our Harris tweed.
Whoa. All right, well that's a commitment. I love that coat.
It's an excellent
Perfect for the
piece.
cold cities.
That's
and-
right.
Oh
For
my
London
gosh.
or anywhere.
Yeah.
And of course,
Aha. Yes. Now this is, take one of those out. Of course, that's the one.
that's the one,
Yeah.
the Bond tailored for Daniel Craig in Casino Royale.
Yeah.
It was an invention by the grandson to have something that they could wear in the Riviera that was
Right.
more lightweight and breathable. So it's done on lace machines and it has this open weave style, extremely breathable, unique with the pocket, and
Many colors.
in many colors. And
By the way,
since-
this is the first thing when you walk in. Is that because the Riviera Polo is probably one of the more popular items?
Totally, it's a lot of people do come in who know Bond.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And they want to see what he wore in that film, understandably so. So of course, it's a trademark signature piece for Sunspel.
Absolutely beautiful.
And-
I would say, arguably, when Bond fans need to get one piece, they tend to go and get the Sunspel Riviera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very common. People come in here and are looking for that. So through here we have more of our autumn winter collection. You can see some boiled wool trousers, some nice Harringtons, cord. So you can
Oh,
get.
I have that corded jacket.
Oh, you've got,
I
yeah,
love that.
That cord Harringtons.
Yes, a Harrington, but corded. Let's get up and close. Love that.
Lovely piece.
Oh my gosh.
You can layer that with a Riviera or something.
So easy, so transitional.
And we just continue, we're changing the tones as we go through the store. We have some more of our sort of putty mid-gray colors. So this is a carbon brush Supima cotton heavyweight. So we
Amazing.
have multiple styles in our t-shirt. And this is our classic t-shirt. So handmade in England for over 100 years in our factory in Long Eaton.
Beautiful.
100% Supima cotton. This is what we're really famous for.
Right.
People come here for this. We're known for being a pioneer in in the luxury T-shirt.
Right.
One of the first to do this. So
Amazing.
these are exceptional, and they come in a variety of colors, which people are always buying multiple of.
I was going to say, if you find the right
Yeah.
fit and fabric
Exactly.
and function, then you want to get the different colors. Then you build the variety on top of that.
Oh yeah, people come in, they're completists.
Yeah,
Sunspel
exactly.
completists, they need it all. Here we have our
By the way, I love those greens.
These
the
are-
green colors
yeah.
are just key.
really nice,
Ah,
really different. Just still understated, you know, it's not too over the top.
that's right.
And we have some new, you know, winter collection with the jacket there.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so we have our PK Polo, which is like our Riviera, but just a finer
Very soft.
Sabima cotton.
Yeah.
And then without the pockets, more of a classic polo, very popular too. And we have more of our, you know, we have our cable knit.
I love that. Like the traditional
Exactly,
fisherman type
fisherman.
thing. Yes.
And then, yeah, this is the.
I love the look. You know, the collection itself, it almost is like sort of the basic staples. They're not, it's fashion, but it's style. I think style
Totally.
lasts longer.
Exactly, and all the thing with Sunspel, it's all no logos, so it's understated.
Ah, I love that.
You might get a
You're not promoting somebody else's brand.
Exactly,
You're being a
but
part of the
people-
person's wardrobe.
exactly. People who recognize the cut and the style know
Right.
that it's Sunspel.
Yes.
So it has that distinct,
Yeah, that's the cachet.
distinct look. Then we have our more loungewear selection, so you can go casual in Sunspel, and these are lovely in winter. The loop back.
Those are
cotton.
great. Yeah.
You know, you can just wear them anytime. And then we have our Riviera, which Daniel Craig also wore in Casino Royale.
That's
So
right.
It's still Supima cotton, but it's a more midweight version, 140 grams compared to 120 in the classic.
I was just wearing one of those 2 days ago.
You were.
Yeah, very
You know,
comfortable.
they're very comfortable.
In fact, I will tell you this as a testimony to Sunspel. I wore that for 32 hours because I wore it on my airplane flight over here.
Oh, wow.
And then landed and had to do a bunch of events.
Yeah,
So I never stopped until I took it off. And it held up really well.
it held up.
Yeah, and so did I. Shockingly.
No, they last. I've like wear them constantly, and yeah, just you know, tailored for Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
And you can see it in the movie. You can catch
I
it.
love that.
And we have more of our Sea Island,
Mm-hmm.
and then also cashmere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want
Very nice. Amazing collection.
amazing collection. So that's a bit of an introduction to the autumn-winter
Love it.
collection.
And I know that we have something special downstairs, so we're going to take a pause and maybe take a wander.
For sure.
All right, Nelson has brought us, first of all, just quick, this downstairs is huge. We'll get some shots of this later, but Nelson knows that this is a Bond channel and kind of
course.
what we're interested in. And as you gravitate to this corner when you visit this store, you are immediately spying with my little eye something Bond. But what do we have here?
We have an archive, little museum of the brand Sunspel. So you can run through the whole story.
Oh my gosh.
From the origins in Nottingham with the founder, the pioneer of the fabric innovator Thomas Hill, which is leading towards what eventually Daniel Craig would wear in Casino Royale. So then we have a little section here,
Oh my gosh.
just detailing.
This is the different movies that
Sunspel.
Sunspel's been a part of.
Yeah,
Wow.
on stage and screen, and on different films, most notably Casino Royale.
Yeah, but look at that,
Also
Batman
We have The
and
Sopranos.
Brad Pitt. Got Rock and Rollers in here. Oh,
Yep.
that's one of the original ads that put Sunspel on
That's
the
one
on
of the
map.
famous ads.
Yes.
And then we have Paul Weller. Yeah, Nick Kamen wore this in a Levi's advert, which it was a very popular ad.
Amazing.
And then down here we have the James Bond dedicated section.
Okay, so talk to us about this. Obviously, this is a sort of an homage to the moment. But right here, tell me, that's the pattern, isn't it?
That's the pattern there. So Sunspel worked with the Oscar-winning costume designer to dress Daniel Craig in his first role in Casino Royale, and then bringing Bond in with a British heritage iconic brand and an iconic character goes without saying. The Riviera Polo was a perfect match for those two. So he wore this piece, and then since then it's been, phenomenally popular amongst
A staple now.
A staple amongst.
By the way, I love the name of the drawer. I mean, it says it all.
Yeah, you could get one of those at home and then put all your
That's it,
all your
that's it,
Rivieras
yeah.
in there.
Oh, Nelson, you're just giving me an excellent idea.
Get the
Love
Bond
it.
cabinet.
Well, we'll take a look at the rest of this, but
Yeah.
my gosh. Wow. Okay, so much that maybe you didn't know about Sunspel. Daniel, what do you think?
The new store is fantastic. It's such airy, such light. The archive itself is fantastic. I mean, it just gives you a little bit of
It's like candy for people like you and I,
but
right?
it's not just Bond, but also it gives you the whole sort of heritage, British heritage of clothing, fashion through the ages. It's remarkable.
It is remarkable. It says something about the brand too, because I think we both gravitate as Bond lifestyles to brands that it's just more than the products. It's also about the story and the heritage. And Sunspel is so proud of their heritage. And then you also have storytellers, people that keep, I would say the institutional knowledge, like Nelson, as part of the customer experience. It's just chef kiss.
The history of these things need to be passed on, and that's how these companies have the longevity that they have. Yeah.
So you come for Bond, you come for the Riviera, you actually wind up getting to know Sunspel, the brand, and then you meet the great people.
Oh, yeah.
Job well done, I would say.
Oh, yeah. 5 out of 5.
I'm back home, and I think I did something pretty smart, actually. You see, I just brought a Globetrotter and a briefcase. That was it. But I knew I'd be taking a lot of things home with me. I mean, you saw the tour. There was quite a few stops and places, and there was a gathering along the way. And not the gathering, a gathering of items. So I packed, it literally came in this tiny little pack, a 31-liter duffel bag. And this thing is chock full of Bond items that I acquired on my 3-day trip. So let's go through it, see the spoils of war, if you will. First of all, it's great. Got a Stoke hat from Lock & Co. Thank you very much, Lock & Co., which I wound up wearing to one of the major events that I went to. And so you'll see that in a video coming to you real soon. Don't want to spoil what that was used for, but absolutely love that hat. Fantastic. And it came in this this great bag because they knew I had to carry it around with me different places. I didn't even know Lock & Co. made these bags. I thought it was just the hat boxes, which the hat boxes would not have done me very well in this case. All right. So what else do we have in here? Well, we wound up visiting our friends at Sunspel in their new store on German Street, and they gave us these wonderful tote bags. I had a few guests with me that also received these, and another nice little surprise. Each person that was with me received the Riviera Polo from Sunspel. That was a good trick, David, except you need the tag over there. There you go. And that is the Daniel Craig one that you see in Casino Royale. So everybody got one in their size, which was fun. But I love these things. I mean, yes, please. Also from Sunspel, I wound up getting this wonderful fall jacket. I don't know if you could see it that well on camera, but it is corduroy, and it's a Harrington. I know. Take Quantum of Solace, mix it with the corduroy look from No Time to Die, and this would be the Love Child. And this jacket is going to get a lot of use. It's got a great texture to it, but that is going to be a fall, autumn, then maybe spring go-to. Also from Sunspel, This is like a clown car. There's just going to be things keep going. Also some Sunspel. They have these new colors for the Riviera Polo. This is new for their fall, and it's a wonderful green. It's like a puce. I don't know what puce is. Is this puce? Who knows? Also, the good people at N.Peal Cashmere, I wound up getting the Goldfinger cardigan from the Goldfinger line. You've got some great 007 tagging going on. By the way, I'm not really showing you a lot of these things in close-up like this one because I've got a video coming out on it. Of course I do, right? I mean, I've got a video with Adam, the owner and CEO of N.Peal, talking about those things, so I don't need to go over all those details like this. In addition, hold on a second, there's so much stuff in here. I stopped at our good friends from Orlebar Brown and picked this up. Now this looks like a Solden jacket, doesn't it? It's navy. It's a little bit thicker and padded. It would take sort of the colder weather than the other ones that you've seen. But this one, we're gonna have to do a review on this. It's got not the wool in the back, but it's a true quilted vest for the winter. So I'm like, yes, please. That's gonna be amazing. So have that in the duffel. This pile is gonna get big. Now, not to get right on target, but one of the main reasons I was over there, of course, was to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Goldfinger, and N.Peal had come out with a line. It was a gold handkerchief that I had for the party, as you know, and this is the blazer. It's been folded up, so I don't want to show it to you too much, but this is their homage blazer to the hacking jacket that Connery wears when he's driving through the Alps. And this was so comfortable. I have to tell you, the night of the gala, I wore this jacket. And if you haven't seen that gala video, check it out. It should be up by now. But it's great. It's super comfortable. It's not bang on. It's not cosplay. It's not a replica. It's their own homage piece. So I'm going to actually enjoy it as a fall, autumn blazer, like a nice alternative to a navy. I've got so many navy blazers. This is something very different, and it's cashmere. So again, very different. And let's get into this some more. Hold on for a second. N.Peal. So, sorry, Orlebar Brown. Going so fast. The brands are like... When I stopped at Orlebar Brown, we got into a great conversation. There's a gentleman named Sasha, and he's one of the store managers right by the Burlington Arcade. Go see Sasha. Say hello to Sasha. Ask for Sasha. The best, one of the best store experiences at Orlebar Brown I've ever had, bar none. Whether it's New York or different places, I've been in Orlebar Browns all around the world. Sasha makes it great by the Burlington Arcade. Did I mention Ask for Sasha? So Sasha and I were talking about the wonderful mixture during the fall of browns and blues. You know, blue trousers, brown top. And he's like, do I have something for you? And he came out with this brown long sleeve shirt. It's got some stretch to it, but look at that brown. So yeah, there'll be some discussion of that color combination. All right, here we go. Yeah, and again, if you haven't seen it at the gala event, the 007 store was open. So, whoa, that thing just sprung right out, just like the movie. So this is the glider, the Corgi glider from No Time to Die, which I really love the design of it. So there it is in all its glory. I'll just put it away for now, but there it is. And again, I'm going quick because there's a lot of stuff in here. In addition, I got this from the 00 store. It is a Stife bear. I know a lot of you have opinions about this bear, but it's a bear. I think it's kind of fun. So 007 Stife bear in all its glory. We'll see where he goes. He's got a cool tag. I'll explore him later. There we go. We'll sit him right down there. I said don't. Behave. In addition, one of the main events that I was there for was the launch at Stoke Park. Yes, that's Stoke Park, of Golf Pride's grips. And I can only show you so much of this now because it's been embargoed depending on when this comes out. But it was very nice. They gave a whole pack first of all, a goodie bag, 007 goodie bag. And it's got the Penfold 007 balls in there. Very nice. They gave me a Goldfinger Moto Max. Again, very nice. Wonderful 60th anniversary. There we go. And then this was one of the coolest parts. In basically an engagement with Stoke Park, they gave these gold bars to each person, and inside, and you can see it's a Stoke Park emblem, and in each one of them is a specifically designed gold cutting tool that you would use while golfing or whenever, but very specific to the gold anniversary of Goldfinger. So yeah, loving this. This is going to go up in my display somewhere. So cool. Then, not to be outdone, because I had to pack these. Love the arcade bags that they were giving out. So there was that. And in the arcade, of course, I had to walk away with my napkin that I use because they're all branded with the old 007 logo. Look, even the what you put your drink on, which I didn't put my drink on this. I've got some other things in here. Look at this, look at this. I had my good friend George Scott give me, well, not really me, Mark Hazard, some Cuban cigars from Cuba. You never know what you're gonna get in the Bond bag of goodies. Good friend Pete Brooker launched, and we did a launch video, so you'll see that real soon, his London Bond map. And again, I'm not going to go over too many details because we have a whole video coming out on this. There's a lot of video fodder is what I'm talking about. And he gave me, this is so funny, he gave me like all of these napkins and items that he's received from all over the world. As he travels, he collects rocks and he collects things from these hotels, which is fantastic. Got some more Penfold things. And this was great. A 007 drink menu from the bar itself. Nice little souvenir. And hold on a second. In here, we've got 007 GB magazine, which were given out Dukes of London. People were reading it in the lobby and everything like that. Phil had given out a bunch, and people, as they were waiting for their bar, were reading one of these. So there you go. Also in the Bond bag of goodies. And then this, which holds the Golf Pride launch item, which it's insane. But I'm doing, I do a whole video unboxing on this, so I'm not going to show it right now because that's going to be coming at a later date, and I don't really want to ruin the surprise. So believe it or not, I'm happy to say, there we go. All the items in here, believe it or not. I wanted to sort of wrap in why I enjoy doing this so much, whether it's London or New York or other cities, going around to these Bond brands and exploring. You would think it's about the product, right? You would think it's about the items and the clothing and the sartorial, and it's definitely a part of it. I don't want to discount that at all. But the bigger aspect is to hear the stories, to hear the heritage, to hear the history behind the brand, but also, and this is the number one thing, it's to connect with the people. I mean, I really do believe that we, as strange as it sounds, we collect people because the interaction, the engagement with people is what really delivers the best experiences in life. There's no doubt about it. And the people that serve up these brands, that follow the heritage, that connect, that become really kind of friends after a while, they are the reason why I keep coming back to these places time and time again. And when they're connected with Bond, they feel such a passion that us Bond fans feel, but as an added connection to their brands. It's really interesting to watch. And let's face it, I also like to see and hear what's coming up next. A little bit of news on the Bond brand products of, what can we expect as we're expecting something. And the whole idea of James Bond will return, James Bond brands will return as well. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be
up on the latest from the Bond experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.